You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
You're quite sure this is a genuine Tiffany?
Quite. The provenance dates back to 1922.
Very well, then. Kindly have it delivered.
Of course, madam. Will that be cash or charge?
Put it on my account.
Very good. I can deliver it to your home by, let me see, Thursday at the latest.
But I simply must have it tonight. I've invited the girls over for bridge.
The girls. I see. Oh, Robert.
Yeah?
See that Mrs. Gunt receives her lamp this afternoon.
You mean today?
Carried by hand to her front door.
The servants' entrance, if you please.
By all means. Ubermeyer's is proud to be of service. If there's anything else we can provide, don't hesitate to...
That will be all.
Very good, ma'am.
Want me to go over there right away?
Not yet, Andrew. First finish unpacking the new shipment. Quickly, before the next customer walks in.
Yes, sir.
Now then, what do we have?
3 perfume bottles.
3 cut glass vials to contain the otter of damask rose petals. That's more like it. Next.
Pottery jugs, 2.
Pottery jugs, indeed. Where's your aesthetic sense? You can't entice anyone by calling them pottery jugs.
Really think people buy something because of what you call it?
People don't come to buy anything in a gift emporium. They come because they don't know what they want. Then I sell them something.
So what are you going to call these pottery jugs?
Something exquisite. We'll display them on satin pillows with bread. A loaf of bread, a jug of wine, and thou beside me, singing in the wilderness. I'll unload them on some poor sucker before the morning's over.
Okay, what about this?
When we buy a shipment from Morocco, sight unseen, I suppose we take what we can get. But to sell that will require some creativity. Now, clean this up at once. May I help you?
I hope so. I'm not sure. What's this?
That would be an authentic voodoo mask.
Oh. What about the pajamas?
These are not pajamas, sir. They are a genuine imported harem girl's costume in 100% hand-sewn silk.
Well, I don't know. It has to be something special. Very special.
Suppose you describe the occasion and leave it to me. A personal gift?
Not too personal. See, there's this girl in my office.
Ah, a young lady.
She's like a goddess. I wouldn't want her to think that I was implying,
Of course not, sir. I understand. But for a beautiful young lady, what is her occupation, may I ask?
She's a secretary.
Oh. I have it. Something for her desk.
She's already got a computer and a lot of pencils.
Something to remind her of you throughout the day. Subliminally, shall we say. Now, as to price, would $100 be too extravagant?
100?
But of course she mustn't feel bought. Romanced is more like it. Aha! Perfect.
What is?
It's ideal. Romantic, but subtle. Not forward. No.
You mean this old?
This magnificent antique. Truly distinguished. Fit for a goddess.
I can't make up my mind.
A perpetual reminder of your taste, your flair for romance. Fill this with fresh flowers, and she won't be able to pluck you from her thoughts. Between 9 and 5, at least. After that, it's up to you.
It's kind of tarnished, isn't it?
That's not tarnish, sir. It's a patina. A testament to its authenticity. And only a mere $20.
Well, that is more reasonable, I guess.
Put this in a gift box, will you, Robert? For a most discriminating gentleman.
Sure thing.
Thank you, sir, for making such a wise choice. I hope you'll allow us to serve you again when it's time for the engagement.
Don't mention it.
Cash, I presume.
Meet Mr. George P. Hanley, a man life is always treated without deference, honor, or success. Waiters serve his soup cold. Elevator operators close doors in his face. And mothers never bother to wait up for the daughters he dates. For George is a creature of humble habits and tame dreams, a square peg in a square rut, and the living embodiment of what's commonly referred to as some poor sucker. He is, in short, an ordinary man, but at this moment the accidental possessor of a very special gift, one that measures men not against their accomplishments, but against their deepest desires. The kind of gift most of us might ask for, then learn to regret. If, like Mr. George P. Hanley, we were about to plunge headfirst into our own personal Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone and our story, I Dream of Genie, starring Hal Sparks, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Everybody's still at lunch. I'll just leave this on Anne's desk. No card. She'll just figure out who it's from, right by her keyboard. No, a little to the side. Oh, maybe on her chair. No. Oops. Better put this away for now. Where? In my drawer.
Hey, Georgie Porgy, what happened to you?
I had some errands.
Well, you missed the worst chili con carne ever offered for human consumption. It set a new low, even for the greasy spoon Nick calls a diner. Feel my stomach, like a bag of rocks.
I don't care much for chili.
Georgie, witness a solemn vow for me, will you?
I have to enter these municipal bonds.
I, Roger Hackett, do solemnly swear never again to commit gastronomic harry-carry at Nick's, starting on the day I get my promotion at this office.
Your promotion?
Yep.
I thought everyone with equal seniority had the same chance. Mr. Watson said...
That's correct, Georgie old Porgy. We're all equal, but some of us are a little bit more equal than others. Especially me.
Hi, Ann. How are you?
You're looking nice.
Hello, boys.
Don't be so sure, Roger. Mr. Watson's a fair man. I'm sure he'll compare our experience in debit financing, evaluating liabilities.
And that, old Georgie, is one reason why I am more equal. All you think of is debits and liabilities, with assets like hers around. Now, where'd I put my little surprise? Here, Anne, for you.
What's this?
Oh, just a little something to say happy birthday to the prettiest girl in the entire office.
I'm the only girl.
And you'd still be the prettiest, even if this whole place was staffed with Miss Americas. Are you gonna open it?
Roger, what?
Go ahead.
Oh, Roger, it's beautiful.
Like it?
Why, this is the most gorgeous peignoir I've ever seen.
Huh, that what they call it?
But it is awfully revealing.
Then you'll just have to be careful who you wear it for.
Hey, Ann, put it on. Can you feature old man Watson's puss when he calls you in for dictation?
Mr. Watson is interested in a different kind of figure, Sam.
Is that what you think?
You really like it?
I love it, but you shouldn't have.
You only have a birthday once a year, at least until you're 30. Then you have it once every 2 years.
Oh, you bad boy, come here.
What?
That's to show my appreciation, and to prove I haven't even learned to count to 30 yet.
And what, may I ask, is going on here?
Oh, Mr. Watson, you see it's my birthday, sir, and...
Do any of you happen to be aware of the annual statement just issued by this organization? No one? Well, then it may come as a surprise for you to learn that we have just completed the best year in our history, and I believe this department had no small part in that success. So, as a token of my appreciation, I think this is an appropriate time to invite all of you to be my guests at a private party, beginning just as fast as you can get yourselves over to the Tiki Club. And as for you, young lady, I just want to say, they aren't the only ones who appreciate you. Would you mind looking in my office? There should be a rather large crystal vase on my desk, full of long-stemmed red roses. They're for you.
Oh, they're lovely, Mr. Watson. You're a doll.
See you all at the Tiki Club.
Let's go, kid, before he realizes he's off his nut and has himself committed.
He's a sweet, dear old man.
Anne, I just wanted to,
Yes, George?
Come on, Ann.
I just wanted to say happy birthday.
Why, thank you, George. Aren't you going with us?
I'll be along.
See you there. Come on, Roger.
I guess some people are more equal. Might as well throw this in the wastebasket. Can't give it to her now. Maybe I should hold on to it until it can play with it at home. Hello, boy. Have a good day. Yeah, mine was lousy, too. You know what they all think I am, Attila? A #1 jerk. And they're right. What a job title, huh? George P. Hanley. Jerk. Take it easy. There's nothing to worry about in the package. Come on, I'll show you. See? It's only a box with a beaten-up old lamp in it. A magnificent antique. Yeah, right. Probably came from a junkyard. Well, if being a jerk is my calling in life, at least I'm good at it. Look, it's so tarnished it's almost black. That's telling him. Well, let's clean it up and see what it looks like. Just use my necktie. It needs to be dry cleaned anyway. What in the... Easy, Attila.
Oh, boy! Some special effects, huh? That smoke's hard on the old mucous membranes. You wouldn't have some Visine on you, would you, buddy?
Who are you?
Who am I? You were expecting Rex Ingram. I'm the genie of the lamp, that's who. You know, Aladdin, the whole bit. Don't you watch The Late Show?
A genie? You don't look like a genie. Where'd you get that plaid suit?
What difference does it make? The routine's the same. A couple thousand years ago, I had to wear those crazy balloon long johns and a real wild turban. But let me tell you, that headgear ain't as light as it looks. Give you a real crook in the neck, know what I mean, Jack?
George. My name's George.
Jack, George, whatever. What I was gonna say is, nowadays we dress hip. Except for these velvet slippers with the curly toes, my one concession to Squaresville. Now, where was I?
What do you mean? Sports coats like that went out in the 60s.
They did, huh? Well, what do you expect? Know how long I've been in there waiting for somebody to call me? Better pick up some new threads. You got a Ziedler and Ziedler around here, maybe a side of ore, you know, someplace happening?
But if you're the genie, that means I'm the master of the lamp.
So you're the master of the lamp. Big deal. Give me a match so I can light this cigar before I give you your free wish.
I thought there were 3 wishes.
There's the rub. There used to be 3, but let me tell you something, Jack.
George.
George, the scene used to include 3 wishes, but people started abusing the privilege, so we had to cut back. You get enough headaches with 1 wish, let alone 3. So, think it over and give me a call. But do me a favor, sleep on it.
Why?
You know the routine. The wish comes true, blah, blah, blah. But once you make the wish, that's what you gotta live with.
Could you make yourself available for consultation?
Look, Jackson, how am I supposed to know what you want? You and me just met.
Well, at least tell me, what is it that people usually wish for?
Listen, Herbie, whatever your name is, it's enough to make you blush, some of the stuff they ask for. Money, precious jewels.
That's not so bad.
Not so bad? Think about it. So they get a lot of dough. There's the IRS, long-lost relatives beating on the door. It's enough to flip you out of your gourd.
So not wealth?
Forget about it.
Maybe love, then?
Love? You gotta be some kind of a kook. You call me after all this time and you wish for love? You don't wish for love, Chief. You make it.
Then I don't know what it is I do want. If it isn't wealth or love...
Like I told you, Johnson, think it over. Drop it down the well and see if it splashes. But don't go rubbing the lamp every time you get ants in your pants. That puff of smoke tears up my sinuses. Now the next time I make the scene for nothing, you've had it. Now hold on to this cigar for me. It's too close to smoke in there. No cross-ventilation, know what I mean?
No, but I can imagine.
Till we meet again, Bubby. Like later. If it's all the same to you, make it much later. And just once I'd like somebody to never play.
All right, everybody. Places, everybody. This is a run-through. Stand-ins, please.
Positions.
Lighting.
Lights on.
Camera.
Ready with a camera.
Excuse me.
Hey, buddy. Don't you know this is a closed set?
It is?
Who let you in here?
They said it would be all right. I'm George Hanley.
Who?
Her husband. Miss Alexander's, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Haven't seen you around here in a while.
It's been months, actually.
Well, this is the big one, huh?
I beg your pardon?
The last shot of the picture. Once we get this one in the can, it's a wrap.
It is?
Say, can I ask you a question?
What's that?
What's it like being married to her?
Well, I don't really know. That is,
Man, I sure wish I was you.
You do?
You lucky stiff.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I guess I am. Where is she, by the way?
Anne? In makeup, where else?
There. Here's the mirror, Miss Alexander. Well?
I suppose it'll have to do.
I blended the MAC lip gloss with the NARS shadow for an ultra-moist look. Isn't it ravishing?
Can't you do something with this hair? My bangs are drooping.
Certainly, Miss Alexander. Where's my blow dryer?
Ready on the set, Anne?
Yes. That'll have to do, Skippy.
There. Perfection.
Leave us, please.
Of course, Miss Alexander.
Which scene is this?
Well, this is your entrance into the city, on the shoulders of Nubian slaves. Just the close-up, where you wink.
What's my motivation?
Oh, to rule, my dear, with him at your side. Got it? Just remember, you love this guy so much, your guts do a loop-de-loop every time he creeps up on you. He's big, he's manly, he wears a leather skirt.
Well, tell him to oil it, will you? He screws up my lines every time he moves.
Not a problem. Props! Get me some WD-40, now!
Anne?
Darling!
Hello, dear. My, you look lovely. Good enough to kiss.
Not now, Georgie. You'll smear my lipstick.
This is the final scene, isn't it?
It's been such a long grind.
It sure has. They said you could take a few weeks off, but that was 6 months ago.
We can still take our honeymoon. That is, if you want to.
Do I?
Careful with the hair, Georgie.
Sorry.
They don't pay me to look ugly, sweetiekins. Besides, anticipation is the real joy. Isn't that what they say?
They haven't been waiting for 6 months to take the most beautiful woman in the world on her honeymoon.
Places, people. This one's for real.
It won't be much longer, I promise.
Just think. No more crawling into bed with a script so you can study your lines half the night. After today, no more getting up at 4:30 in the morning to go to the studio. And when we get home, you can take a nice hot bath. Maybe even let me wash your back. And then first thing tomorrow, we leave on our cruise.
But darling, have you forgotten?
Forgotten what?
The wrap party, here on the set. There'll be a million photographers. There's no point in going home. Not tonight.
Not tonight, huh? Sure, Anne, I understand. Hi, hello there. No champagne, thank you. Excuse me, has anyone seen...
George boy!
Hi, Mr. Watson.
Call me Eli. Hey, listen, George, I want to talk to you. Anne said something about your needing a vacation.
Not me, her, both of us together.
I'm not going to mince words. I want Anne to star in my next picture right away. It's a guaranteed smash.
Not a chance.
What's the matter? Money? Okay. I'll double her salary.
It's not the money, Mr. Watson. Eli, you see, it's our honeymoon.
Great! I'm shooting on location. Make a great honeymoon trip. First-class hotel, all the trimmings.
Some honeymoon. out of bed before the sun comes up, work all day, study her lines all night. In the last 6 months, the only times I've seen her when she wasn't asleep, she was either covered with makeup or she had so much cold cream on she would have squeezed right out of my hands and stuck to the ceiling.
Listen, boy, she's a star. How would you like to see her with bags under her eyes?
I'll take her any way I can get her.
My boy, you want the world's most beautiful woman. You've got to share her with the world.
I've been doing that. Now I want the world to share her with me.
Son, it's not for myself, but no Anne, no movie. You know how many good people will hit the unemployment line? Actors, grips, prop men. They've got wives and sweethearts, too. They've got little ones. They've got mortgages and sports cars to pay for.
Can't you get another star?
Not like Anne. Millions of plain folks all over the world wait for her pictures. Little kids count their pennies. Mothers go without lunch. Brave men sacrifice the tiny luxury of a cigarette just so they can buy a ticket and escape the drab drudgery of an uncaring world. Just by watching Anne up there on the silver screen.
Really?
For them, George, the salt of the earth. Can't you find it in your heart to make this one little sacrifice?
Oh, Mr. Watson, if you put it that way, I'll tell her she can do the picture. It'll be tough, but we'll get through it together.
Good. You tell her. She's right over there. Roger, good news.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to make an announcement and a toast to the brightest star, the most exciting leading lady, the loveliest woman in the world, who has just agreed to star with me in Eli Watson's new film, Beowulf, the greatest epic ever made.
News sure travels fast.
Oh, there you are, George.
How about a photo, Miss Alexander?
Miss?
Look this way. Smile, please. How about one more?
I'm her husband.
Oh, the two of you this time. Put your arm around.
How about a kiss?
A kiss? Sure.
Watch my hair, darling.
Move right in, Roger. Put your arm around her.
Excuse me, George. You don't mind, do you, old boy?
I think I need a drink.
Champagne? Hors d'oeuvres?
Right here.
Of course, sir.
Hit me again. Twice.
2 more champagne, sir?
Yeah, this one's from my wife. I'll take them to go. Excuse me, if I could just get through here. Anne, don't you think it's time to go home? Anne, where are you?
She went that way. I don't think they want to be disturbed, though.
What? Anne?
Aren't you glad you stayed tonight?
Don't be so egotistical. I had to be here.
Sometimes I don't understand you.
You're not supposed to. That's a woman's prerogative.
I know, but why? What's his name?
George? He's the perfect husband.
That absurd little mouse? Why do you keep him around?
A handy excuse when I need one, and when I don't, no problem.
I'll spoil your makeup.
Oh, who cares?
Anne, your lipstick.
George? Are you still here?
Sorry, old boy. Just congratulating my co-star.
I think we'd better be going.
You go ahead. You should be home anyway to feed Attila.
Attila?
Yes, George, and he needs his walkies. Do be a dear.
You want me to go home because of Attila?
Be a good boy and run along. Roger will drive me home later. Won't you, Roger?
With pleasure.
But Attila's a dog. Aren't I more important to you than Attila? I mean, Attila? What? Attila, is that you? Oh, phew. What a dream. Oh, boy. Yeah. You know something, Attila? That's the trouble with a guy like me. Having something I want that much only means that it hurt that much more when I lose it. If I had a wife like that, well, I would lose her. Might as well face it. You still love me, don't you? Thanks, boy. Well, at least this makes the choice a little easier. Now I've only got to choose between the two other things I've always wanted. Money and power.
Morning, Georgie.
Morning.
Well, today's the day, huh?
For what, Raj?
For what? Well, you listen to this guy. Watson. Has he said anything about the promotion yet?
Oh, the promotion. Forgot.
He forgot.
Roger, Mr. Watson would like to see you in his office.
Well, George, this could be it. You wanted to see me, sir.
He'd never pick him. Never.
Hey, George, the old boy wants you to double-check these entries.
I did that already. It's a waste of time.
Look, how much do we make a week? Well, look at this account. Guy makes so much dough, he sweats more than that every time he ties his shoelaces. So waste a little time, all right?
My gosh, net worth $260,832,461. What would it be like to have all that money?
Here we are, sir. The George P. Hanley building.
Thank you, Roger.
Will you be wanting me for lunch, sir?
I can't say. Wait just in case.
Of course, sir.
Not now, Attila. I've no time to play.
Sorry, Mr. Hanley, I couldn't hold him.
Take him over to 21. Have the chef pick him out a nice prime rib. Not too fatty.
Yes, sir.
Then trot him around the block a few times. Keep up the pace.
Right away. Here, boy.
Paper! Get your morning paper!
How old are you, son?
9, sir.
9? I see you every morning. Aren't you missing school?
Oh, no, sir. I wouldn't miss school. I get up at 5 for my papers, and then I go over to PS 31 for the afternoon session.
Incredible. What about your parents?
My mom is dead. My old man had a store, but it went broke.
Sorry to hear that. I'll have a paper.
Golly, I can't change a $100 bill.
I didn't expect you to, son.
Gee, thanks.
Good morning, sir. AT&T's up 7 points in the morning ticker. Glad to see you back.
Thank you, Miss Alexander.
How was the Riviera?
Oh, all right, I guess. Kind of like a suburban tract with castles.
I see. Well, sir, shall I send in your first appointment?
Might as well get started.
Mr. Hanley will see you now.
Watson, what are you doing here?
Begging again, I'm afraid. These days, a college president has to worry more about salesmanship than scholarship.
Then you came to the right place.
Hanley, you've already done more for your alma mater than we have a right to ask.
How much?
Just enough to start the ball rolling for the alumni.
Don't be coy, sir. Give me an amount.
Altogether, $10 million. If you could possibly start us off with, say, 1 or 200,000.
Done.
You're a generous man, GP, but you've made a mistake. This is the entire sum.
Don't worry. It's deductible. Besides, I want you to have it.
Well, so would others, GP. Thousands of alumni, not as successful as you. Giving, sharing the burden and the satisfaction. It's the cement which binds them to our institution.
I only wanted to help.
I can't accept this. Send me a check for, a few $100,000.
Very kind of you.
Don't mention it.
Miss Alexander will show you out.
Oh, nonsense. I know the way by heart.
Send in the next one.
Right away, sir.
Hello, Masters.
Well, Mr. Hanley, ready to add to the old empire?
I suppose so.
I brought along a few new catalogs.
I thought I already owned one of everything ever made.
Can't keep up with Yankee productivity. We have to buckle down and do some serious spending.
Is that really necessary?
If we don't, the government's liable to invent a new tax bracket just for you. Now, here we have an attractive little yacht.
Already have one. A 94-foot job up at Newport.
This one makes it look like an absolute dinghy.
You know, Masters, there's no fun left in buying things anymore. Once I looked forward to a second-hand car like a kid waiting for Christmas. Now there's no anticipation, no hunger.
Oh, perk up.
I used to enjoy the little things. An ice cream cone, a ball game, going out for a walk in the park. Now people run up and ask if I'm going to subdivide it. No, I've had it.
Sir, that's un-American. Think of all the men living on blue sky and a prayer who depend on you for their daily commissions. They have little ones, mouths to feed. Mr. Hanley, you can't stop buying.
Please see yourself out, Masters.
If you're absolutely positive, sir?
Out!
I don't know who let them in, Mr. Hanley.
That's all right, Ed. Why, hello, son.
Is this the man?
Yes.
Here's the C note. Awful sorry. What else did he lift?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I told you, Pop. He gave it to me.
You gave my boy a $100 bill?
He's a fine lad.
Listen, you fathead. Know where I found him? Trying to lay the whole 100 on a 2-horse parlay. Herbie Boy and War Biscuit.
But what about the newspapers? 5 o'clock in the morning.
How can I teach the kid the value of $1 if you toss C-notes around like they grow on trees?
I was only trying to help.
If I ever catch you giving dough like that to my kid again, I'll bust you right in the chops. Millions or no millions?
You're a man of integrity, sir. I congratulate you. Congratulate you.
Congratulate me. George, I said congratulate.
Congratulate?
You're looking at the new head bookkeeper.
Hey, way to go, Rod.
Speech.
Thank you. But the first thing I want to tell you guys is I intend to keep my vow. From now on, no more lousy lunches at Nick's.
Can't believe it. He wasn't even a good chauffeur. Easy, Attila. You're wearing me out. Sit here for a minute. Well, boy, we're down to the last choice. I could never hold on to a beautiful wife. And money's no fun. Maybe power. That's what makes the world go round. Look at the way Mr. Watson gave that promotion to Roger. Believe me, if I had power, I'd be fair.
Here, sir. This copy and this. Just your initials on that page.
Mr. President, you can't sign any more bills today. You're exhausted.
Watson, the people elected me. They placed their individual destinies in my humble hands. I can't betray them.
In that case, they're getting the best in leadership. The very best.
Sir, the congressman is waiting.
Send him in.
Mr. President, this pension legislation will tear the party in two. If you let it come to the floor, I, for one, won't get a single vote in November from anyone over the age of 10.
Check with the majority leader. See if he can kill it in committee.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Yes?
The situation in Asia is fraught with tension, Mr. President. We're not getting enough intelligence down there.
Have the CIA prepare a full study.
Your appointment schedule, Mr. President.
Thank you, Sam. Move the press conference to after lunch. I need a haircut. For the UN speech, have someone whip up a draft. Tell him I need jokes.
Yes, sir.
Who are Sonny and Mickey?
Those scrub scouts who wrote the letter about citizenship. You asked to be reminded when they arrived in the capital. I know there's no time.
Make time. The boys and I can get haircuts together. Pass this on to the Secretary of Defense and mark it expedite. Save this for the Economics Advisory Council. Top priority.
On the double, sir.
Decisions, eh, Attila?
Mr. President, I had to see you.
Who let you in here, woman?
I hid in the building all night. Don't send me away. I'm down on my knees.
Kindly get up. How can I help you?
It's my grandson. He's just a boy of 18. He fell asleep on guard duty, and they said it was treason. They're going to hang him.
Easy, ma'am. He's in the service?
Special duty at a missile base.
Serious offense.
Only a presidential pardon can save him. Please, sir, he's a good boy. Just a little tired. It could happen to anyone.
Indeed, it could.
Then you'll do it? You'll pardon him?
Ma'am, the world will little note nor long remember what I say here. But this nation, this government, and its president are no more and no less than people. Of, by, and for them. Freedom is our battle cry, justice and mercy our glory. Tell your son when you see him tomorrow that I'll have the Attorney General prepare an order for executive clemency.
Bless you, Mr. President. You're a great man.
Here, Attila. Up on my lap. You know, I think we found our niche. Who said power was hard to handle? All you have to know is how to use it, right, boy?
It couldn't wait, Mr. President.
What couldn't wait, General Hackett?
It's the hotline. Red alert.
Red? You mean the missiles?
Yes, sir. They're on their way.
What do we do?
The decision is up to you, sir. The world's about to go up in one big poof. What do you say? Counterattack?
How about a staff study?
It's too late.
Call in the Secretary of Defense.
No time.
You have 10 seconds, sir. It's up to you.
I can't. Let someone else decide. I don't want to decide. Not me. Not me. Not me. Not me. No, not me. Not.
Yeah, you, Mac. You and your mutt, get off my stoop.
Oh. I must have dozed off. Come on, dog. Let's go home. Well, Attila, we've got a magic lamp waiting for us back at the apartment. Anything I want, just for the asking, and I can't even figure out what to wish for. I never even thought it through until now. You know something? No matter what I wish for, it won't change a thing. I'll still be me, George P. Hanley. Vocation, jerk. What's that quote? The fault, dear Attila, is not in our stars, but in ourselves. Ourselves, huh? That's it! Come on, Attila. We're gonna show that bored old genie a thing or two. We're gonna wish for something original.
I'm tired, I wanna go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago. Hold on, let's see. What's in the dumpster? Let's see. Except for this. Some kind of round metal thing. It looks like a spittoon. Gold? Ah, brass probably. Let me shine it up. Hey, it's glowing. What the?
Yes, master?
Hey, where'd you get the funny pajamas and the headpiece?
They're traditional. I am the genie of the lamp. Your wish is my command. When you have made your wish, you must return the lamp to this alley so that others may find it. Keep your turban on straight, Attila. Now then, as I was saying, I am at your service, sir.
Mr. George P. Hanley. Former vocation, jerk. Present vocation, genie. Once a most ordinary man, treated without deference, honor, or respect. But a man finally wise enough to decide on a most extraordinary wish that makes him the contented, permanent master of his very own Twilight Zone.
More from the Twilight Zone after this.
Hello, I'm Stacy Keach. I hope you're enjoying this edition of the Twilight Zone radio dramas. To learn more about this series, be sure to log on to our official website at twilightzoneradio.com. You'll find special discounts on our Twilight Zone audio collections, listings of our radio stations, links to other websites, and a photo gallery of our recording studio and some of our stars in action, plus ways to contact us with questions or comments about the show. And for a limited time, when you log on to twilightzoneradio.com, you can send in for a free CD of the show. So be sure to visit us at twilightzoneradio.com.
I Dream of Genie, starring Hal Sparks with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and written for The Twilight Zone by John Furia Jr. Heard in the cast were Christian Stolte, Lisa Joyce, Steve Key, Doug James, Richard Hensel, Derek Purcell, Brooke Reed, Linda Ryder, Charlie Kummerer, Bill Kummerer, Vince Amari, Roger Wolski, and Carl Amari. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to obtain audio cassettes and CDs of these programs, visit our website at twilightzoneradio.com. The producers of The Twilight Zone wish to thank CBS Enterprises, Carol Serling, Dennis Etchison, Dick Brescia Associates, Claire Simon Casting, Terry Jennings, XM Satellite Radio, Sirius Satellite Radio, our sponsors, and our radio affiliates for helping make this series possible. This copyrighted radio series is produced and directed by Carl Amari and Jason Mallow for Falcon Picture Group. Doug James speaking.